Today on Trisha.
If she would have put aside the finger pointing and the blame just to be able to let me go to an ultrasound.
I got 3 kids that he could be in. Okay.
Will
So
you
let him.
She moved 3,000 miles to be with him.
We were so in love that she moved all the way across the country.
From beautiful San Diego to Connecticut.
But did she show up pregnant with somebody else's baby?
Some things occurred when she got here that made me believe that she was already pregnant. She seemed to get pregnant overnight.
Were you practicing safe sex?
Absolutely not.
If you could be pregnant within one night, this show would close down tomorrow.
Can a DNA test heal this broken family?
There's a lot of damage.
I was allowed to go to 1 ultrasound, and I wasn't allowed in the doctor's office right away. Before I open this, can I say something?
And why is he afraid of the results?
I do not want to open it, I'll tell you that right now.
She grew up believing he was her father.
I want to believe Kenny is my father because that's what I've been told all my life.
Until the rumors started to spread.
1 year ago, my life completely changed. A family member told me that Kenny wasn't my father.
Now her mother says it could be someone else.
Are you 100% that Kenneth is her father?
I don't know if Kenneth is her father or not. Don't care if Kenneth is her father. Okay? I don't care.
Could the DNA test make her mother disown her?
I got both of y'all.
But at the end of the day, I want you to start coming around.
Is he the father or not?
Did you ever have doubts that Debra was your daughter?
No.
You don't know that.
Today on Trisha.
This is Kimberly. Now, when Kimberly answered a personal ad online from this man, Robert, she says they fell in love instantly. So in love that 1 year later, without even having met, Kimberly moved 3,000 miles cross-country to live with Robert. Ah, you're saying, but that's when this love story goes south, because 4 weeks later, Kimberly discovered she was pregnant with her now 5-month-old son, Zachary. But Robert denies. Yeah, Robert's denying he's the father of this cute little baby, so listen to why Robert has doubts.
Kimberly is by far the most beautiful, interesting, amazing woman I've ever met. But she's given me reason to doubt that Zachary is my son. Kimberly and I met on an online dating site, and we had a long-distance relationship for about a year. We were so in love that she moved all the way across the country just to be with me. But some things occurred when she got here that made me believe that she was already pregnant. The first 2 weeks she was there, she was already having morning sickness, and she seemed to be pregnant overnight. In spite of all my doubts, I had planned on going to see the birth of the baby in the middle of July. But all of a sudden, in the middle of June, I get a text from her saying she's about to give birth to my son. I love Zachary. And if I knew for sure he was my son, I would do everything I could to take care of him. I've written out checks and I've bought gifts for him, but every time I go to mail it, I just can't do it. I don't want to let myself love a child so much that might not be my own. I held him in my arms, I changed his diapers. I woke up through the night feeding him. I fell in love with him. If he's not my son, I'd be crushed.
So, Kimberly, there's Robert crying about this. You don't seem like you buy it.
At all. No.
Why not?
Because if he was so sad or so emotional, if he loved the baby so much, he would make an effort and be a part of the baby's life.
So, he's saying that he doubts that he's the father of this baby. You were being sick when you finally got to his place, and he thinks it's morning sickness that you had.
No, when I first arrived, I moved from beautiful San Diego, tropical, warm, to Connecticut. And it's cold, freezing, so I got sick. I got a cold. I moved. I drove for 4 days straight, sleeping in the car to get to him, so.
So that wasn't morning sickness at all. And what was the relationship like at first?
It was perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were in love. We were completely always together, annoying, gagging, kissing, like people hated us. We were always like skipping and singing.
So what went wrong?
I think it was outside people telling him
What were they telling him?
that I was a partier, that I had to have come pregnant before, the timelines didn't add up, the dates didn't add up.
When you told him you were pregnant, how was he? How was Robert?
The night I told him, he was very excited.
When you two were together, were you using contraception?
No.
And he's shocked you got pregnant? Now, so how far were you into the pregnancy when all of these doubts about him being the dad arose?
It was not long after I found out I was pregnant.
Oh.
He started doubting it right away.
And did you have a form or some kind of paperwork that showed that the baby
Yeah,
was...
it showed how far along I was, premature baby, but he thinks I forged the document.
Really?
To prove it.
Is there a chance that you could have been pregnant by somebody else?
No.
Not at all?
Not at all.
No one else on the scene?
Nope.
All right, now, I think it's time that we hear the other side of the story, and I'm very keen to hear why Robert doesn't think this is his baby. So let's meet him. Please welcome Robert. Hi, Robert. Hi. Hi. So, Robert, why the doubts?
Well, as I heard her explain to you, when she got there, she was sick within 7 to 10 days. And at first it just seemed like she was sick.
Right.
But she seemed to get pregnant overnight. You know, within like a month, she was telling me she was pregnant. Okay, and you know, this caused immediate concerns and doubts for me because unless she has some kind of miracle eggs or something, it doesn't really seem possible.
It only takes one night to get pregnant.
You don't seem to believe that. What did your friends say about Kimberly?
Well, in spite of what my friends say, it takes simple logic to understand that she's denying me the right to go to the ultrasounds.
I thought you went to an ultrasound.
I was allowed to go to one ultrasound, and I wasn't allowed in the doctor's office right away.
Oh,
You were allowed.
I was not allowed in the doctor's office right away, and then there was 2 or 3 more ultrasounds after that.
You wouldn't make up your mind if you wanted to be 100% a part of it with me.
You could have solved all that by simply allowing me to go so I could see the evidence in front of my eyes instead of
couldn't-
cheating me the opportunity to know for sure.
We couldn't stop
what was
fighting.
happening? What was happening for you then? You say that did you ban him from coming to those ultrasounds?
No. We couldn't stop fighting for 2 seconds to even get along to drive to an ultrasound.
And what about the baby? You think the baby was born too early?
Yeah, well, I thought she was pregnant too early, and then I was planning a trip to go out
Hang
there.
on, just a minute. Were you practicing safe sex?
Absolutely not.
No.
Yeah, but
You know, that's what happens.
I don't know. I mean, to be pregnant within 4 weeks.
You
I
could
mean,
be pregnant within one night.
I know, but all right. Good point.
If you could be pregnant within one night, this show would close down tomorrow. But the baby came early. Why? Did that convince you maybe the dates?
Well, she seemed to be pregnant too early, and then I was planning a trip in the middle of July so I could be there for the birth, be there for her, be there for him.
Yeah.
And I get a call a month early saying I'm in the hospital about to have a baby.
Right. You can
And-
have a baby early.
And when he was born, he was 7 pounds, like 20 or 21 inches. He went home 2 or 3 days later.
How many
He didn't-
weeks was he?
36 weeks.
36 weeks.
Oh, and I heard her say backstage that I thought she forged a document. I've never seen any of these documents, and she can't produce them for the show. I didn't see these. It's 40.
I'm moving. I can't find the documents.
It's 45 cents to mail a piece of paper across the country with her stamp.
That's fine. I could have brought it with me.
Okay.
And you know.
Well, you could say it's 45 cents to mail a check.
Oh yes. Well, I actually have a check in an envelope with a stamp on it sitting on my table to mail to her.
But then
I
he'll
have
call me the
outfits.
next day and say, oh, but don't cash it. He sent me a check, but then the next day he called and said, don't cash that.
Why?
Well, because if I say things she doesn't like, she'll like put me on punishment for a couple days and not tell me how the baby's doing or something like that. So why am I going to continue to support her and a child she won't prove to me that's mine? I will never, ever deny a child that I know is mine, based on the way that I grew up. Ever.
All right. We've got a picture of Zachary. We've got a picture of Zachary. Do you think Zachary looks anything like you?
He said nope.
I think when Zachary was first born,
Yeah.
he had some similar features to me with my long chin, and now he has like light eyes and light hair, and
You don't know.
I don't know. There's nothing obvious when you look at him. We say that's definitely my boy.
Except for their hair.
The hair?
The hair, the back of the head.
The back of the head? What, they have similar backs of their head?
The way the hair grows,
Oh!
it grows sideways.
So that isn't convincing you. What are you going to do? I don't know what the DNA test says. What are you going to do if the DNA test comes back that you are Zachary's dad? Is anything going to change?
Yeah, everything would change.
But you're living at opposite ends of the country, so how's that going to work out?
As soon as I could pack my bags and sell my stuff and fill my car, I would be across the country.
Oh! Do you two want to get back together? Is there still some passion or some heat in all of this?
I don't know.
Kimberly?
There's a lot of damage.
What's the main damage? What's really hurt you about all of this?
The fact that I had to go through the entire thing alone.
You weren't partly to blame for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What makes it worse for me is that she knows my family history. So if she would have put aside the finger pointing and the blame for 5 minutes just to be able to let me go to an ultrasound, to send me some paperwork, to do anything, we could have avoided all this. I wouldn't be sitting on this show. I'd be there with my son right now. I am not, like I said...
It's a good point, but then if... You could also say that if both of you had used contraceptives and actually sat down and talked about families and actually planned all of this together, then you wouldn't be on the show either.
Well, yes, true. We didn't blindly go into this relationship. We discussed our ideals on family life and how we
thought about babies?
We did, and that's why we knew that we wanted to have a child together, because she felt the same way I did.
Can I say something?
Yes, let me come to this lady with the microphone. Excuse me. Yep. Yeah, Barbara, hi.
Hi.
Right, now you're...
I'm Kim's mom.
You're Kim's mom, yeah.
And...
Do you believe that he's the dad of the baby?
Yes, and, you know, I've seen him with the baby, and they're just in love. The baby just loves him.
So,
yeah, it was instant. The baby just melts.
Okay.
I know the answer.
You're the one who doubts.
Before I open this, can I say something?
Yeah, please do. Who do you want to say? To Kimberly?
Yeah. I think you know more than anybody that since I met you, I've loved you more than I've ever loved anybody in my life. And we clicked immediately. I mean, there was no question in my mind, and that's why I knew that I wanted to have a family with you and spend the rest of my life with you. And this, I do not want to open it, I'll tell you that right now, because
well, you either get... Robert, you either get to feel a fool or you get to feel like a dad, so it's kind of devil in deep blue sea. Good luck.
Open it together.
Coming up... But first, are you 100% that Kenneth is her father?
I don't know if Kenneth is her father or not. Don't care if Kenneth is her father. Okay? I don't care.
Is he the father?
I don't care.
I care!
Today on Trisha. Meet 33-year-old Debra. Debra spent her entire life believing this man, Kenneth, is her father. But 1 year ago, her world was turned upside down when a family member revealed that Kenneth secretly confessed that he doubted Debra was his daughter. Now, Kenneth says it's not true, but Debra believes where there's smoke, there's fire. And she's here today to find out once and for all if Kenneth is her father or if her mother, Valerie, is a liar. Watch this.
1 year ago, my life completely changed when a family member came and told me that Kenny was not my father. I want to believe Kenny is my father because that's what I've been told all my life, even though he never did nothing for me. Recently, my mother has been saying Kenny is not my father. She may be saying that just to hurt me. Kenny told me that he scheduled a blood test when I was young, but my mother never showed up for the test. If my mother didn't have nothing to hide, why wouldn't she show up for the blood test? My mother claims my father never requested a blood test, so I don't know who to believe. I really need to know if Kenny is my father, because it means everything to me.
So, Debra, you must be feeling so confused. Who do you believe? Who do you listen to?
A family member came and told me that they had a discussion about me or whatever, and that Kenny wasn't my father because my mom moved to Florida and had me.
Did that shake you up?
That shook me up a lot because all my life I knew he was my father. I didn't know another man could be my dad.
Did you go to him and say,
Yeah,
what's this about?
I called him. And he said, oh, that's not true, or whatever. And I was like, yeah, it is true.
He was saying he never had that discussion.
Right, yes.
What happened when you went to your mom and said, hang on, I'm hearing rumors that maybe Kenneth isn't my dad? What did she say?
She said, that is my dad.
100%? Sure.
Yeah.
So there's all sorts going on. Now, as you know, Debra's mother, Valerie, has been listening backstage. She's obviously got a lot to say about this because I'm thinking we've had Kenneth do a lie detector test as well. So if he's telling the truth about what he says about trying to get your mum to do a blood test and her not turning up, then does that make your mum out to be a liar?
Yes.
That's a difficult situation to be. But your mum is still saying to this moment she's 100% sure that Kenneth is your dad.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's meet her. Let's meet Valerie. Come on out.
Mommy, excuse me. That's a lie. That's a lie. You understand? How you doing?
How you doing? What's a lie, Valerie?
That's a lie.
You haven't seen each other for a while.
Right.
Yeah, have a seat, Valerie.
Right.
What was a lie? Which bit was a lie?
I brought Debra back to Rochester for him to see Debra.
Right.
Okay? He had never seen Debra when she was born. Okay?
Why not?
I brought him back.
Why not?
I brought her back.
Yeah, but why didn't he see Debra when she was born?
Because he said that a child of his, you understand, born in Florida, okay, it's not none of his child. If she wasn't born in Rochester, he wasn't none of hers.
So you left him? You'd left him?
I left him. Yeah, I left him. I left him when he put 13 stitches in my eye. Almost closed my eye up.
Okay, all right, and let's come back to the two of you. So are you 100% that Kenneth is her father?
I don't know if Kenneth is her father or not. Don't care if Kenneth is her father. Okay?
Hang on.
I don't care.
Hang on. Are you saying that because you're angry with Debra bringing you here?
No, it's like this here. 33 years, I took money.
If you feel like he's not my father, who is my father then? I need to know this, Ma. I got 3 kids that want to know who is their granddaddy.
But Debra, you had a lot of men figures in your life.
It don't matter,
okay?
Ma. I really need to know who is my father.
Hang on, just a minute. A minute ago, when I was speaking to Debra, she said you were 100% that Kenneth was her father.
I don't know if Kenneth is her father or not. Don't even care if Kenneth is her father.
So who is my father if you don't think it's my father, Ma?
I don't care.
I care.
Well, then that's what you're supposed to do.
So if you feel like Kenny wasn't my dad, you know he never did nothing for me. Right. You know he never did nothing for me. So why would you not tell me who is my dad? Ma, but you understand. You're not understanding me because you're not in my shoes. You're not in my shoes.
You be in your shoes.
Ma,
I've been in your life for 33 years.
You took care of me.
You're right.
I know all that. I know I was your father.
You
I
understand
understand all that.
Hang on,
but what if something happened to me and you can't give it to me? Who can give it to me?
Ain't nothing gonna happen to you.
All right. I'm confused. I tell you. Valerie, here's where I'm confused. Are you telling me at the time that you were with Kenneth, there were other men on the scene?
No, it wasn't no men on no scene.
My dad was a big hoe anyways. He got 11 kids. 11. He got 11 kids. He was a big hoe anyways, but it's just the point that I always wanted to have a dad. Yeah, my mom took care of me.
Yeah.
She did the best she can.
Yeah.
She's still a good mom because she always had my kids. It's not
You wanted
about
a father
that.
figure. figure.
It's right, and then my
But you
kids
had a
always,
father figure.
Ma, that's
She
not
had
my
father
real
figure.
daddy. I don't care
Your
about
brother's been was
nobody.
there.
Right,
If I didn't have it,
matter.
your brother's been was there.
I couldn't even come to tell my dad. Had sex. What about a man? What a man supposed to do? What if a man hit me? I had to come to you. You're not a dad. You the mother.
I'm the mother and the dad.
Okay, but I need to know who my
If the
dad
father
is.
didn't want to be,
At the same time,
but if the father
I need
didn't
to know
want to
who
be
my
in,
dad is.
Wait.
It don't matter.
Okay,
You
sweetheart,
said
let me
Kenny
talk
was
to your
my
mother.
dad.
Let me talk to you. Let me talk to your mother. Now, what if the DNA test confirms that he is not Debra's dad?
oh,
What are you
well
gonna do?
then, she's 33 years old. Get over it.
Get over it. Ma, get over it. Because
That's
you
what I
don't know
said.
who you don't know who
That's
you
what I
was
say.
with.
That's what I say. Get over with.
What
You're
if-
33
what
years old, and I done raised you. I done raised you the best of my ability.
matter. What
You
about
understand?
my kids?
But Deborah, what is
What
it
are my
all of a
kids?
sudden now?
It
you
ain't all
on
of a
33
sudden.
years. Okay,
Ma,
okay,
how many times did when we move and we see
Oh,
my
but
dad in
Deborah.
Goodman Plaza, what I always say? What did I always say?
What did you say?
I always told my dad, let's get together. Let's get all your kids because he got a lot of kids. Because sometimes I had to meet my sisters and brothers through school.
What, you didn't know they were your sisters and brothers?
No, not all of them.
What, you going to school and one of your school friends turns out to be a brother or sister?
Yes.
You could have ended up dating one of your own brothers or something.
Yeah.
What?
I almost did.
You're kidding?
Yeah.
So, it's time. We heard Kenneth's side of the story.
Let Kenny come on out.
Yeah,
come on. Bring him on out.
Yes, as Valerie
Bring him
says,
on
bring
out.
him on out.
Bring him on out.
Up next,
I'm telling the truth.
Tell.
I am telling the
Okay,
truth.
forget I took a lie detector
Well,
test,
then
okay?
take one. You
Okay,
needed
no, I
one.
already done did it.
You did.
Okay?
and later. Lucy, good luck.
You are the father. Get off my stage.
Is he the father?
I don't care.
I care.
Today on Trisha.
1 year ago, my life completely changed when a family member came and told me that Kenny was not my father. I want to believe Kenny is my father because that's what I've been told all my life, even though he never did nothing for me. I really need to know if Kenny is my father because it means everything to me.
So are you 100% that Kenneth is her father?
I don't know if Kenneth is her father or not. Don't
What?
care if Kenneth is her
Hang on,
father. Okay?
You know he never did nothing for me. So why would you not tell me who is my dad? I always wanted to have a dad. You're not a dad. You the father.
I'm the mother and the dad.
Okay.
So it's time. We heard Kenneth's side of the story.
Let Kenny come on out.
Yeah,
Bring him on out.
Yes, as Valerie
Bring him
says,
on
bring
out.
him on out.
Bring him on out.
Oh, Kenneth, what was that look for?
I can't believe what's coming out of her mouth.
What you mean you can't believe what's coming out my mouth? You know where everything coming out my mouth is the truth. I took care of her. Where was you at?
Look,
Where
that's
was you at with doing the hospital, school, whatever? If you wanted to be in your daughter's life, or you were so concerned that she wasn't none of yours, why you been asked for a blood test long time ago?
Okay,
you could have asked for a blood test many a time.
All right,
before.
let's hear from Kenneth.
You understand?
Kenneth,
You could have been asked for one.
okay.
You gotta get it on your own.
Valerie, hang on. Let Kenneth speak. So, Kenneth, did you ever have doubts that Debra was your daughter?
No.
When did the doubts start?
I told Valerie if I was going to pay child support, I got to know if Deborah's mine or not. Let's get a blood test.
Right.
She refused it.
Right.
What was the blood test
Wait,
supposed to be
hold
able
up
to
a
do?
minute.
Dad, let's hold up a minute. You said you told my mom that you had to give a blood test to get child support, but you got
No, not to get child. If I was gonna pay child support.
Child support for what? You ain't never took care in your life, no way. You ain't never asked me for child support.
No, that's not even the point, okay?
What child support?
No, I'm not coming up here.
Okay.
All right,
Okay,
all right.
come on.
So, okay, she didn't.
Don't make me look like I'm the villain in this here. You understand what I'm saying?
You are.
No, both of y'all are. Both of y'all are.
I'm not nothing. I'm
Yes,
not
you
nothing
is,
but your
Dad.
father, okay?
No, because
That's
you
all
know
I am.
why I feel that way? Because every time I used to come to you, I used to say, let's get together. Let's do this. I give you my phone number. You was in a halfway house. I seen you in a halfway. I had seen it you at the store. Let's get together. I was living around the corner from where he was living at. He could have walked around the corner. He had my phone number.
But then while y'all was there together, why y'all didn't get a blood test then?
Because he always said that I was his child.
Okay? Why y'all didn't get a blood test then?
He always said
Why
it.
did y'all wait to me to bring me?
Okay,
Y'all didn't have to wait to bring me. Y'all could have did it on your own.
Okay, all right. Valerie? All right. Kenneth,
Yes.
did a family member come to you a year ago and say to you, did you say to that family member you had doubts about Debra being your daughter?
Never said that.
Valerie, the next question is going to sound somewhat dumb, Kenneth. Forgive me for this. I was going to ask you what your relationship with Valerie was like. I'm guessing volatile would be the word to sum that up.
I mean, after he hit me in my eye, almost put my eye out, you're right. It was doggone right,
I actually asked Kenneth.
You understand what I'm saying?
I'm not...
They know, come on,
Come on. Hey, look. If you gonna tell the truth.
I'm telling the truth, Mr.
Tell it.
I am telling the truth, Mr.
Get, I took a lie detector test,
Well,
okay?
take one. You needed
Okay, no, I
one.
already done did it.
You did.
Okay?
Well, you didn't do this.
Yeah,
You
I did.
didn't.
Because
Yes.
of your
You are, yes, you did. You are a damn lie.
You're a damn
You
lie.
are a lie.
Okay?
You was a lie.
If the DNA test comes back that Debra is not your daughter, what will you do? Kenneth.
For one thing, I know Debra, she's my daughter.
Right.
So
You don't know that.
I know she's my daughter, right?
Yeah.
So therefore, I can't answer your question.
What if she's not your daughter?
She's always gonna be my daughter.
But
You
She's
see?
always.
That's a lie. Stop lying.
all right,
What
but
folks you wouldn't even know in your life? How would you say
Valerie, one of the things you keep accusing Kenneth of is lying. So Kenneth took a lie detector test to prove he's been telling nothing but the truth. So to help us with the results is our polygraph examiner, Tim Acosta. So I don't know whether he was telling the truth or not. That's why Tim's
I
here.
want to know too.
Kenneth, we asked you, did you ever request a blood test for Debra when she was born because you wanted to prove she was your child? You said yes. Tim?
The lie detector determined.
Up next.
Get to the DNA test. He's not the father.
Okay, who wants that? Debra?
I wanna open
yeah,
it.
He's not the father.
You hope.
I hope, pray to God, he's not the father.
Okay. And later. Lucy, good luck. Is he the father?
I don't care.
I care.
Today on Trisha.
1 year ago, my life completely changed when a family member came and told me that Kenny was not my father.
Kenneth, what was that look for?
I can't believe what's coming out of her mouth.
I took care of him. Where was you at? Where was you at with doing the hospital, school, whatever? If you wanted to be in your daughter's life, or you were so concerned that she wasn't none of yours, why you been asked for a blood test long time ago?
When did the doubt start?
I told Valerie if I was gonna pay child support, I got to know if Debra's mine or not.
Child support for what? You ain't never took care in your life, no way. You ain't never asked me for child support.
No, that's not even the point, okay? Don't forget I took a lie detector
Well,
test, okay?
take one. You needed
No, I
one.
already done did it.
So I don't know whether he was telling the truth or not. That's why Tim's
I
here.
want to know too.
Okay. Kenneth, we asked you, did you ever request a blood test for Debra when she was born because you wanted to prove she was your child? You said yes. Tim?
The lie detector determined Kenneth was being truthful.
second question. Kenneth, we asked you, are you telling the truth when you told us that Valerie did not show up for the blood test? You said yes. Tim?
When the blood test did.
The lie detector determined Kenneth was being truthful.
When was the blood test did? I want to know when the blood test was did.
I want to know what y'all took him another lie detector test about the part that he told another relative, because I wanted to know that was true or not.
Tim has an explanation.
I did go over several questions with Kenneth. I asked Kenneth, do you remember ever telling a family member that Debra was not your daughter? The initial question was, did you ever tell a family member that Kenneth was not your daughter? He says, I don't remember ever telling anybody.
So he's truthful on it. If he did tell someone, he doesn't remember.
He does not remember ever telling anybody. Correct.
Why you don't have no
Correct.
recollection of that? That just happened.
Well, you don't have any recollection of the blood test.
So don't. Trisha, and you're right about that.
Shall we get to the DNA test?
Get to the DNA.
For Debra's sake,
Well, get to the DNA test. He's not the father.
Okay, who wants the Debra?
I want to open it.
He's not the father.
You hope.
I hope, pray to God, he's not the father.
Okay.
Coming up, could the DNA test make her mother disown her?
I got both of y'all. But at the end of the day, I want you to start coming around.
And later.
Lucy, good luck.
Open it together.
You are the father. Get off my stage.
Is he the father?
I don't care.
I care.
Today on Trisha.
1 year ago, my life completely changed when a family member came and told me that Kenny was not my father.
Kenneth, what was that look for?
I can't believe what's coming out of her mouth.
I took care of it. Where was you at? Where was you at with doing the hospital, school, whatever? If you wanted to be in your daughter's life, or you were so concerned that she wasn't none of yours, why you been asked for a blood test long time ago?
When did the doubt start?
I told Valerie if I was going to pay child support, I got to know if Debra's mine or not.
Child support for what? You ain't never took care of it in your life, no way. You ain't never asked me for child support.
No, that's not even the point, okay?
Shall we get to the DNA test?
Get to the DNA.
For Debra's sake,
Well, get to the DNA test. He's not the father.
Okay, who wants the Debra?
I want to open it.
He's not the father.
You hope.
I hope, pray to God, he's not the father.
Okay.
You is the father.
That satisfies y'all. That satisfies y'all. That satisfies y'all. It don't satisfy me. He did nothing.
I appreciate this.
What he done did? What is he gonna do?
We're having another conversation.
Well, a conversation on
Listen
what?
to Debra, because this was about Debra. Debra, what do you want? This is your opportunity to tell Kenneth what kind of relationship.
To be in my kids'
Well,
life.
Oh, Lord, have mercy,
I
Jesus.
just want you to be.
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Ma, let me do this. Okay, so what? I got 3 kids that he could be in.
Okay, good.
Okay,
Well,
so
you
let
got
him
him.
do. Let him do his job.
Now you
let
got
him
him.
do his job.
Now you
Ma,
got him.
let him do his
Now
job.
you got him.
Okay, I got both
No,
of
you
y'all.
don't. You
Oh,
got
that's
him.
not what? That's good. Okay, she just saying that because she mad. But at the end of the day, Dad, I just want you to be in my kids' life. I want you to start coming around. I want you to be a father figure. I want you to be a granddaddy. So that's all I want.
Do you think that you have a ways to go to build bridges with?
Yes, he got a long ways because he never took care of me. He
sweetheart.
never helped me. He
Right,
never
you know
did
what?
nothing. We
You
was
know-
in the same city.
We can't undo the past, but we can change the future. And now this is your tool for changing the future for your kids, huh?
Thank you.
And you take care of her kids,
Well,
okay?
you got my word on that.
Lucy, good luck.
Open it together.
Is he the father?
I don't care.
I care.
Today on Trisha.
Kimberly is by far the most beautiful, interesting, amazing woman I've ever met. But she's given me reason to doubt that Zachary is my son. We were so in love that she moved all the way across the country just to be with me. But some things occurred when she got here that made me believe that she was already pregnant. I love Zachary. And if I knew for sure he was my son, I would do everything I could to take care of him. If he's not my son, I'd be crushed.
And what about the baby? You think the baby was born too early?
Yeah, well, I thought she was pregnant too early, and then I was planning a trip to go out there.
Hang on, just a minute. Were you practicing safe sex?
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Do you think Zachary looks anything like you?
The back of the head.
The back of the head?
Mm-hmm. The way the hair grows.
Oh!
It grows sideways.
Before I open this, can I say something?
Yeah, please do.
I think you know more than anybody that since I met you, I've loved you more than I've ever loved anybody in my life. And this, I do not want to open it, I'll tell you that right now.
Kind of devil in deep blue sea. Good luck.
Open it together.
Where is he? Where is he?
Where is he? Where is he? You get to see him now. Instead of being on TV and airing all your crap, you're going to be changing lots of nappies full of.
See, I told you.
Yeah? Hang on. Before Zachary comes out, is there something else you'd like to say? Because this has been kind of stressful, and both of you have kind of ownership of what happened. But is there an apology or something that you might want to make?
I can be both stubborn and humble. You know,
Yeah.
I believe that, you know, a man who is a real man can apologize when he's wrong.
Yeah.
However,
There's a but.
however, you can only swallow your pride and compromise to a certain point.
Yeah, 50-50.
Now, all of this could have been avoided. Listen, hey.
I think both of them owe each other an apology.
Well, let me say it first. Let me say it first.
I do. We're very
What
stubborn
I'm most
people.
sorry about is that I've missed out on almost 5 months of his life.
Yeah.
But I am also deeply sorry that I couldn't, because of fear maybe, that I couldn't find it in my heart to believe you and to just trust that you were telling me the truth. And I'm sorry that you had to go through a lot of it alone.
And Kimberly, do you have an apology? Maybe you were a little bit too fierce, keeping him out of payback, keeping him out of the.
Because I knew.
ultrasound. Yeah, it kind of bounced back in your face, though.
I was very stubborn because I knew the answer, and it pissed me off that he denied it. So, yeah, I could have been a little easier, but it hurts your feelings when someone doesn't believe you.
So now we know. There you are. Frame it. Okay, now come on out. Where's Zachary? I think we got Zachary here. All right, go and enjoy him, really. We'll be right back.
Is he the father?
I don't care.
I care.
Today on Trisha.
Oh, okay. Thank you. You know, around this time of the year when families are getting together, it's really nice to reunite a family, isn't it? Yeah? But a word of warning during the holidays, if you know you got two volatile folks in the family, you might want to stay away from the alcohol. Take care. See you soon.